a political hot potato aiming to redraw California's congressional districts to heavily favor Democrats. Why not? They've been gerrymandering and shutting down conservative Republican voices in how many East Coast states, heck, even in New Mexico, where Republicans don't even get any say. Polls, unfortunately, show about 60% of voters favor this ridiculous Prop 50, especially in places like Los Angeles and San Francisco. And good old Gavin Newsom and his cronies have raised more than $120 million for the scam, about 3 times more than the opponents, making it the 4th most expensive ballot measure in a California history. But let's waste money, Gavin, when the state's already in the red. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then hopefully it just gets overturned in the courts so we can show what a wasteful leader you are. Joining me now to weigh in on these crucial races, especially the one at the ballot box come tomorrow in California. She's the senior and legal advisor to Fix California. Let's welcome back to the program, Katie Zacharia. Also, he's California GOP gubernatorial candidate, and I believe he's leading in the polls. Steve Hilton. Want to welcome both back to Real America. All right, gang, let's get right after it. Steve, no offense, even though you're running for the big office, my grandma always taught me, ladies first. So we've got to turn
of course,
to Katie.
Especially when it's Katie.
You've been on with her before. You know the drill.
Yeah.
All right, Katie. God forbid Prop 50 gets approved. You have a legal mind. You have a degree. I do not. Will this even hold up? I would imagine the GOP, I hope of California, maybe the federal guys, I hope Republicans are on top of this, ready to sue and stop this from being implemented if, God forbid, 50 gets approved tomorrow.
Absolutely. I actually wrote a brief to support a lawsuit on Prop 50. So we have a array of topics that are unconstitutional, not to mention it's in violation of 3 sections of our state constitution, which Carl DeMaio filed a lawsuit, Assemblyman Carl DeMaio, on those 3 statutes that are the 3 constitutional provisions. However, we have deceptive messaging by former President Barack Obama. I know we're all like so surprised that he's going to be deceiving us, but he said that the Prop 50 preserves the Independent Redistricting Commission in California. ... for the long run. And what it really does is it upends it. And we have these issues with holes in the ballot envelopes. And we also had incorrect congressional maps that were delivered to millions of California residents and then revoked. This is the, as you said, single most expensive ballot measure. We're almost at like $260 million on the taxpayers' back, money we do not have. So there is an array of legal arguments that we can make. And Gavin Newsom, and just for the record, Gavin Newsom, this is a retaliatory measure. Texas redistricted because the Biden DOJ sued Texas in 2021 based on their 2020 census, and they were well within their constitutional authority, and it was necessary to redistrict. So Gavin Newsom has spoken on this retaliatory measure, and we know now it's a partisan power grab. So I hope, Dan, that we're going to see it win in the courts.
Steve, break it down for my viewers and folks out there that are maybe just figuring out what Prop 50 is. How has California, and Katie alluded to it, this independent commission we had before of non-politicians? It was like regular citizens on this committee, right? This board that would do the redistricting. But why is he telling people then that we're not getting rid of that? Because you are if you approve Prop 50. Steve, make it make sense. I can't.
Well, it doesn't make sense because it's all about one thing. It's nothing to do with the maps or democracy or Texas or anything else. It's about one thing only, which is Gavin Newsom's desperate ambition to be president. That's why he's doing this. He's doing this so that he can be the guy that steals another 5 House seats for the Democrats, which enables them, in his hope, to flip the House, impeach President Trump, and in his words, at the beginning of this whole process, Gavin Newsom's words, quote, end the Trump presidency. He said that. Later on, he started talking about defending democracy. This is all about his ambition. And so actually, there's still time to defeat this. And if there's one piece of motivation anyone watching might need to go and vote if you haven't already, it's this. If Prop 50 goes down, Gavin Newsom goes down, he'll never be president. It will be humiliation for him. So there's still time. So if you haven't voted yet, go and vote no on Prop 50. No to Newsom.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.